Alright, guys. Hey, guys. I'm live. Alright. Hey, everyone. What is up? It's me, Adam. I haven't been streaming for a while. I have not. If you hear anything, hold on, it's just everything, but hear anything in the background? Well, nothing. But I hope everyone is doing good. I'm back for a while. The reason why I have not been streaming because I've just been busy and I just kind of laid up, but I'm still on Thanksgiving break until next weekend, till next week. I'm already on my fifth day of Thanksgiving break. I'm already halfway there, and tomorrow's Thanksgiving. Already, that's how quick, and we're almost in 2024. I know. People are in the comments, but I just want to talk about one thing today. It's about the international break. Yeah, soccer, football, and I just want to explain my thoughts on this because there's just been many that we need. I just want to talk about. From of course I live in the U.S. Technically, it's Confacaf. Yes, what's going on with the Nations League, Copa America, the Euro qualifiers, controversy stuffs apparently from VAR refereeing. And to be honest, and I'm just gonna explain it all. I'm kind of disappointed. Hello there. Hi, Brendan. I'm doing all right. I'm gonna see if I can try to join you guys' stream, possibly, maybe tomorrow. The reason why I just didn't because I was just busy. I think there was a friendly. But yeah, it's almost 6 o'clock for me. But yeah, I just want to explain. Hello. I just want to explain. If you know what's the international break, whatever you call it, soccer, Americans, football, the rest of the world. I'm just gonna give my thoughts about the international break. All right, I'm just gonna break it down. I don't know if I'll do winners or losers. I don't know. I just don't know. I just didn't even watch all of them. But yeah, I've been doing all right. But anyways, let's just break it down. So, what are my thoughts on the international break? The whole international break, which started on Monday, technically Thursday, Wednesday, some friendlies, I think. For me, I would say I'm kind of disappointed. I kind of am. And luckily, thankfully, this is the last international break of the year because we have five, and three of them are in the fall: September, October, last month, and now November. That's it. We don't have to deal with any more international breaks since until March. And yeah, this is the luckily that this is the last international football. And now it's been 1 year since the World Cup began in Qatar. Yeah, and thankfully it's over. Uh, Even though the women are still yet to go on international break, they don't begin until next week, as we finished it. But it ain't just that. Next Thursday begins. But yeah, today's Wednesday, and I just want to explain my. It's just been a lot of matches. There's been a lot of matches. I did not follow every single worldwide, match, so I may not know because there's just so much matches at the same time. But yeah, what are my thoughts? Well, there's just I just want to. So basically, this window was basically the last day of UEFA qualifying, Euro qualifying for the Euros, and then like basically basically for those who have qualified for the Euros, which 18 of them already did, I think. And for those who didn't qualify, had to go to the playoffs apparently in March. And I think in March, for those who have qualified for the Euros, um, they'll do friendly matches before it begins. Hello. Um, yeah. I keep hearing about reports, but I have not heard anything. I just don't know. And then there are some matches that will be happening this weekend, following the break apparently. Um, all right, but anyways, let's just begin. Well, all right, keep saying that, bud. All right. So apparently, let me check. Basically, yes, since it was the last day of Euro qualifying. Oh, by the way, um, in Asia they started doing World Cup qualifying for 2026 of the road before they do the Asia Cup in January. Even though January is not an international break, but there is somewhat like a camp, somewhat. The U.S. did that with the B team. Some friendly matches. They did that with Colombia and Serbia, even though they lost with Serbia and drew 0-0. Yeah, over there in LA in a friendly last January. Um, but yeah, that's where the Asia Cup is happening. Maybe he's right. But let me check. Okay. Let me check who have qualified for the Euros. Let me check. All right, the ones that are in blue that have qualified. All right, from Group A, even though some of them probably already qualified from last year's windows, but these are the countries that qualified for the Euros: Spain, Scotland, from Group A. Group B, France, Netherlands. Group C, England, Italy. Group D, Turkey, I mean, Croatia. Group E, Albania, Czech Republic, or Czechia. Yeah. Group F, Belgium, Austria. Group G, Hungary, Serbia. Group H, Denmark, Slovenia. Group I, Romania, Switzerland. Group J, Portugal, Slovakia. But yeah, that's 10 groups. 70, 88 countries apparently in the Euros. I mean, doing Euro qualifying, which is basically plus friendlies. Possible that yeah, that's a lot of matches. But yeah, basically, yeah, 10 matches, 8 matches, just besides friendly. Hello there. Oh, hello Dax. Oh, hello. Your birthday was yesterday. Happy birthday to you. The reason why I didn't join because I was just busy. but I will try join you as soon as possible. Maybe tomorrow. I think I can join you. But yeah, I'm doing a international break review about the soccer, what happened all over the world, and just my thoughts. But yeah, congrats. What presents did you had? Yeah, that must. But yeah, basically. So basically, Portugal they won every single Euro qualifying match. Apparently, Portugal they're doing all right. Of course, Cristiano Ronaldo he's still scoring. Well, of course, Portugal did have a lot of very easy countries. Their toughest opponent wasn't even that much. After the World Cup exit, Portugal actually won all of their matches this year. They won all of them. All of them were UEFA qualifying. Did they have a friendly match this year? No, because I think it was 6 countries, if I'm correct. Not the Nations League. Portugal are through, even though I think they've probably been through since late September. Oh yeah, it was 6 countries. Portugal won all of their matches. France and England remain unbeaten. France dropped points for the first time, even though they already qualified. Um, France they drew with France. They drew with Greece apparently yesterday's fixture. It was similar to like the Nottingham Forest versus Chelsea because France Colo scored for them for 42nd minute before the two quick Greek goals make it 2-1, and then Fofana equalized just like the Chelsea Nottingham Forest game back in May, not the one September lost. And then France, they did have that massacre against Gibraltar, 14-0, breaking the record, even though they just didn't have no sympathy, even though they didn't have to do much. But they just go for it, and they just broke the record against Germany versus San Marino, 2006, 14 goals. Yes, imagine it's just ain't like basketball. There was a red card for Santos at the 18th minute, but of course they just didn't have sympathy. Gibraltar ends with no points. And of course Gibraltar, they got smashed again at home, 6-0. They just gave up. They just give up. I want to know if even Trinidad and Tobago probably beats them. I want to see a friendly match. What about Ireland? Ireland misses out. And now apparently their manager is not going to renew, and I think he's probably going to leave. Ireland has to play in the the Euro qualifier playoffs. Summer's almost coming to my area. Oh yeah, because you're in Brazil. Oh yeah, I'm gonna have to talk about Brazil. And it ain't nothing bad about the country. It's about the football game. Hey, bro, did you watch the game yesterday in Rio de Janeiro? There was like fights from the police, and it was just bad. They delayed the game for 30 minutes. What's that stadium called? Rio? It starts with an M. Mesh at the Mesh. I just can't pronounce it. But I saw that game. It was just crazy. I'm gonna get to that. Who was the best scoring? I think in the Euro qualifiers. I think it's I think it's Kylian Mbappe. I think it is him. But yeah, Asia, um, Asia. They started doing the World Cup qualifying. They did have a free stream Australia against Palestine, but yeah, and then they'll be back doing it March 2024 once everyone gets back. Everyone will do this. How many countries are in the Asia Federation? I don't remember, but I think it has a. I think they have the most next to UEFA. Syria. There's been a lot. Oh, a lot of them had to play on the same day. A lot of them had to play on Thursday until the last day on Tuesday, similar to South America, where it's CONMEBOL World Cup qualifying. That's why I'm gonna get to Brazil and Argentina. Oh, but yeah, it was just chaos. Oh, good night. But yeah, over there it was just so bad. As for the Asia World Cup qualifying, they even had to go through rounds. Must been hard. So basically, they're starting the second round. Australia, you know, starting with Australia, they humiliated Bangladesh, a weak Bangladesh side, 7-0 back on November 16, which ain't surprising. Japan beat Myanmar 5-0, South Korea against Singapore 5-0, Vietnam beat the Philippines 2-0, China 2-1 away, Malaysia 4-3 against Kyrgyzstan, just can't pronounce it right, Turkestan or something like that. Now Uzbekistan 1-1 with Jordan. Uzbekistan won 3-1 away against Turkmenistan. Lebanon and Palestine drew 0-0. Iran 4-0 against Hong Kong. Iraq against 5-1. Oman versus Chinese Taipei 3-0. UAE, Nepal 4-0. Saudi Arabia 4-0 against Pakistan. Qatar 8-1 against Afghanistan. Syria 1-0. India, Kuwait 1-0. There's just so much matches. And then again, the only reason why I didn't watch the Asia World Cup qualifying because here's the thing. Where can I watch that? Isn't like isn't like geo restricted because here in the US Asia football in Asia is just underrated, even though I think it's growing. But we just don't have the TV rights to do it. I haven't even watched from like a random highlights that is uploaded to YouTube. I haven't watched the highlights yet. I didn't expect Qatar to, battered India 3-0. Japan battered Syria 5-0 away. No surprise in Saudi Arabia Stadium in Saudi Arabia. But yeah, those countries like at some point Asia will become more powerful. I see it happening. It's just because I think it will. My country is Australia, but less spider, whatever. Oh, because you guys are in the southern hemisphere, basically, yeah. But yeah, down in Brazil, I'll get into that. Um, lost. But yeah, I just hope that I just hope more people like Deadball TV. Shout out to him. I shared his video. He keeps updating me about the Asian football because it just needs to get more like. Or I have not seen the scenes, but yeah, even though it's only like round one, match day 1 and 2, and then they have to go through this. I think they have to play at everybody's countries, and it goes like that until June of 2024, apparently. And when we go to the next international break, yes, it's fall. Exactly, it is. It'll be winter soon. Can't believe we're already in late November already, and I'm not even surprised. How did we even got here? So far, it depends which group. I know there might be some controversial decision. I know. But yeah, but I see that's where it is. And of course, due to stupid politics, Russia's not playing in any serious competition. Thanks to fucking, the politics itself. But what did Russia did? Russia, they did have friendly matches. They did smash Cuba 8-0. They drew Kenya 2-2. Kenya away from Kenya, and then they smashed them at home, Cuba, at the Vatican Arena. I can't pronounce it right. And yeah, and I think they'll just do friendly matches. They even did a friendly matches against Egypt's under 23s. A hybrid friendly. Oh, what is a hybrid friendly? I need to check that out. What does it mean? Of course, it is a friendly, but what else? What is a Andy friendly? So it doesn't have to be like. It could be like a club versus country as well, right? Oh yeah, that's true. I remember that. But yeah, um, I just haven't. And then there was also. Oh yeah, in Africa, the World Cup qualifying also begins. Starting with, we got every single team in there. I just didn't watch it. I think the matches were on FIFA Plus, if I remember. I don't know if the. I just haven't checked it out. So basically, it was match day 2. I don't know if I can explain it all of it because there's just a lot. Oh, it started on Wednesday. Guinea versus Nebeli 1-0. Rwanda 0-0. There's just a lot of these matches. But the AFCON, I just haven't watched it. I don't know if I watched the highlights. Yeah, that's it. I don't know if I have watched the highlights, but some of them should look dope. I just haven't watched the Africa. And I don't know how much FIFA Plus. I don't know how much it costs. I just don't know how much it costs because I'm already getting because I just got Paramount Plus to see, and I will do a review on Paramount Plus possibly soon as possible. Niger, 2-1. That was yesterday against Namibia. 3-0 against Rex Frosco versus Ethiopia. 3-0. Madagascar. 3-0 against Chad. Mali 1-1 with Central African Republic. Oh, but you want to know who's not doing good? It's the most popular country in Africa, Nigeria. Yes, the guy Victor Osman. They haven't been that great. They drew with Zimbabwe 1-1 away. Victor they did manage to, they did equalize, but yeah, once again, I don't think there was Victor Osman to even begin with. Because after, I don't know if he will leave Napoli. They drew 1-1. Did they even win at home? Algeria 3-1 against Somalia. Angola. Camp Verde 0-0. I know there's just so much matches. Oh, Nigeria drew again at home against Leicester. I just can't pronounce it. They just equalized quickly. It was a 1-1 draw. So basically, they've dropped points twice. So I don't know if, even though it's only been the first 2 days, of course, they don't have Victor Osman right now. I just don't know how. But yeah, it just goes every round, and they'll continue in March. But yeah. Okay. But you know what? I think I'm just gonna go to back to Europe. And then what about wait oh wait, hold on, let me see. I don't know what happened in Oceania. I just don't know. But the only team I guess most people are probably gonna talk about in Asia, I guess, is Australia and Japan. Basically. I didn't even watch the whole I didn't even watch I don't remember. I don't know. But yeah, of course, with the geo restriction, it's really hard to keep in touch with everything. Because especially here in the U.S., we only have rights to Confacaf via Fox Sports, Beaks, mostly Beaks, because Fox Sports needs Fox Soccer Plus. I think. Yeah, you need Beaks, but yeah, I don't know what happened in Oceania. So it's a But yeah, I can't believe that we're almost here in 2024 all over again. We're almost here already. I just don't know what to say. But yeah, um, but yeah, I just don't know what to say. Because of course in Como and of course Confacavs we begin our Nations League. But yeah, we know that. I know that. Yes, Japan is just on fire. Yes, and then and we know they can just win then. I can't wait for the Gold Cup. I don't know if I'll be up or not be up, but wake up that early. Probably I should wake up early. And I know that the favorites to win the Asian Cup. They are. It looks by the stands, and they're just they're just so great. Just smart coach, of course, smart tactics. Very very super quality players. And they just Japan would slap pretty much everyone in Confacaf. They would. They would. Maybe they'll compete with some combo countries as well. They would. Yes, and I just hope Japan just plays the best of football. Same with Panama back here in CONCACAF, because they just impressed me. Japan, they've been impressive. They did what they needed to do. That's it. That's all they need. But yeah, that was fun. We got yup, of course. And I really love Kobo from Real Sociedad. And speaking of this, they'll play on Sunday against Sevilla. But yeah, that's finally something positive, of course. But here's the thing: there has been some controversial stuffs, unfortunately, on this international break. Um, but yeah. All right. I guess you don't let me. For now, I'm just going to talk about Europe, North America, the Americas in total. Just talking about those regions for now. Unfortunately, there has been some controversial decisions on on this break, and unfortunately, there's just been many events. There's been controversial decisions. There's been some controversial decisions. So what happened? Unfortunately, there's been like controversial things with VAR penalties, and yeah. But before we even get to that, I just want to talk about Okay, let me see if I can try. If not, then I'm gonna try because I'm on my other phone. But yeah, there was controversy. But before we even get that, I just want to explain about the ones that happen. Okay, you know what? Let's talk about Let's talk about the United States. The United States, the U.S. men's national team. So quarterfinals of the quarterfinals of the Nations League, CONCACAF Nations League / Copa America qualifiers. So basically, you know how Copa America will be held in the USA. Basically, even though Colombo, of course, it's all Colombo countries that qualify already. They're just doing World Cup qualifying, just waiting, I think. Um, But yeah, but yeah, basically 4 out of 8 basically goes through, and for those who are eliminated in the CONCACAF Nations League, they go to a thing called the repechaje, which is basically the same thing as the Euros playoffs, Nations League playoff, basically similar to that. And for those to fight, basically since they want us to make 60 nations in the Americas, 10 of them are from Colombo, and they just need 6 CONCACAF nations. 4 of them who qualify already. 4 of them who go through the semifinals, which is the USA, Mexico, Panama, and Jamaica. They already go straight to Colombo. Doesn't require winning the trophy. But if you lose, if you are eliminated from the quarterfinals, you have to do that playoff repechaje, which means 2 of them have to go through, which makes it 6 out of 8. Yeah, just to make it to Copa America. So basically, I want to talk about the USA. The USA, they played against Trinidad and Tobago, a country in a small island in the Caribbean coast, Trinidad and Tobago. How far is Trinidad and Tobago? Their capital is Port of Spain or Port of España. But you want to know something about Trinidad and Tobago? It's above Venezuela. and they're still in CONCACAF. They're not in CONMEBOL because they want CONMEBOL to be all the big countries, not including the islands. Trinidad and Tobago is right above Venezuela, and the U.S. men's team did play so close against. Did play close to Venezuela. I thought Trinidad and Tobago was more of in the Central Islands between Venezuela and Cuba, or like right next to Puerto Rico. I know the Caribbean islands or whatever. The Caribbean Sea is just filled with a lot of islands. And Trinidad and Tobago is actually right close, right borders Venezuela. Port Spain, even though it's 10 hours. You want to know something? There's also a country, Saramon. Saramon borders Brazil, right? Mexico was there earlier this year. Um, that's surprising. I should have checked. Mexico was in Saramon back in March. They border Brazil. Manaus is not far. I don't know how far of a drive, but it doesn't seem that far. So basically, they were close to South America, mainland South America. Trinidad and Tobago was right next to Puerto Rico or something like that. Right next to Cuba is Haiti. That's true. Jamaica. I'm trying to remember the geogra- geography. Since they're, but yeah, that's Trinidad and Tobago, right next to Venezuela. I thought it was. I know it was in the Caribbean. I thought it was in the middle. But no, that's Angola and Bard. I just can't pronounce it right. But of course, there are a lot of islands. A lot of islands. A lot of islands. Dominican Republic. Damn, I see why. Trinidad and Tobago isn't like 4 hours. Isn't like 4 hours ahead of me. I think it's 1 hour behind you, if I'm correct. 1 hour behind Brazil. Trinidad and Tobago. But I see why. I see St. Louis. Where's Guyana? Where's Granada? Not far from Colombia after all. Where's Grenada? Also known as Guyana. Guyana. Oh, there's Grenada. I see. So Trinidad and Tobago's right. It's south of Grenada, and then from Trinidad and Tobago, there's Venezuela. There's mainland Venezuela, South America. And basically, the U.S. played at home. And let me tell you this: the United States, they were not impressive. They were not impressive against Trinidad and Tobago. Yes, I know it's Greg Berhalter. They were not impressive against Trinidad and Tobago. Except for the last 10 minutes. They claimed they played so well. Basically, yes, exactly. That's what it was. Or in the, but what I'm trying to say, the USA, they were not impressive. I did watch the match on Telemundo while my cousins were trying to watch NFL. I was there with my cousins. It was also on TNT. Basically the USA only beat Trinidad and Tobago 3-0. You expect them to beat them like 10 goals. You expect them to beat them 7 or 8-0 at home. They did beat them with the god awful B team or the C team, or just call it MLS players. Even though Zendejas from Liga MX, Matt Turner was still in there. Basically, they even though it was under BJ Callahan, the interim coach, before they decided to rehire Greg Berhalter, which of course the U.S. Soccer Federation, the federation, of course, is a joke, of course, but they were not impressive. Do you want to know something? Trinidad and Tobago got a red card at the 37 minute. This Neil Power, he got sent off because it was a second yellow, but I don't know if it was too harsh because the U.S. got a clean sheet. Not a clean sheet goal, not but like how do you call it a clean sheet when they just don't have like a single yellow card? They claim they do that. Basically, it took them 80 minutes to break them down. 82 minutes, 81 minutes until Ricardo Pepi scores, Robbie scores, Robertson, I mean, and then Gio Reyna, even though Gio Reyna, I don't know if he was on side. And here's the stats. The U.S. had 26 shots at home. Trinidad did have one shot, 8 of them on target, nil from Trinidad, 70% possession, 24% possession from Trinidad and Tobago. The USA 648 passes, 222 passes. But yeah, that's where it is. That's where it happened. A lot of these people, a lot of them didn't even have a great game. Well, to be fair, of course, the USA they do have many injuries. I'm not going to deny it. They're missing Christian Pulisic. They're missing Tim Weah, and of course Tyler Adams, and I think many more. But yeah, but Trinidad and Tobago, their goalkeeper was pretty great. Made some. Daniel Smith just made 5 great saves. They just played well. Matt Turner wasn't even tested because they were not serious. And to be honest, of course say whatever you want about Bullhalter, but just why the U.S. It took them so long. I think Trinidad and Tobago they played well. They should have gotten a draw, or it should have been just 1-0. Should have been just 1-0. It should have been 1-0. But how the fuck can it still be 0-0 at 80 minutes? Like a minute before Pepe scored. How is it still 0-0 during 80 minutes? I don't think we deserve this. The U.S. Of course, yeah, Berhalter, all that, but it's just serious questioning. Zendejas wasn't even. Well, he was on the bench, but he wasn't even playing. They didn't give him a single minute. Right? Did he? No. And of course, Zendejas, of course, you know. But yeah, they were not impressive. And didn't they even? And somehow that's the same Trinidad and Tobago from the last international window, break window. They conceded 5 goals against that guys. Well, I don't know if I have much time, but they just let Carousel can 5 goals. Even Carousel probably they beat them 5-3. Even Carousel probably will try maybe beat the US at home because guess what? On Monday during night football, the USA for the first the USA lost away. They lost away from home. They lost to Trinidad and Tobago 2-1 away from home. And and guess what? The USA was an embarrassment. Trinidad and Tobago played so well. The USA, I just don't know if there's anything to even ask, but the US were not impressive. They lost 2-1 away against Trinidad and Tobago. They have been exposed. They have been exposed away, even though the U.S. hasn't been scoreless. But here's the thing: despite Trinidad and Tobago being stronger at home, which is true, maybe they are improving. I don't know if they will qualify for the World Cup in 2026 because I think they'll let, despite USA, Mexico, Canada being hosts, they will still let like 5 go through. I don't think they will. USA, Anthony Robertson scores at the 25th minute before Trinidad and Tobago equalized. But you want to know, there was an idiot that cost the game. And to be fair, I'm not even a U.S. men's national team. It has nothing to do with Berhalter, but Serginho Dest, that's the idiot I'm talking about. Unfortunately, he had a behavior, he had a trend with him. He just complained to the ref, and he just wanted to fight, and he just got sent off. And then look, he made a stupid social media post that we should forgive him. I don't know. I know there needs a lot more improvement. I think he needs a break, but you can't like hold on. That was just immature. I'm talking about the game. Like this person just needs. I just don't know. He just needs some psychological help, or he just needs a break. Even though he's going to be suspended for the semi and finals in March, so he won't be back until June possibly, until the Copa America begins. But yeah, the USA, they still, however, advanced 2-4. Oh yeah, John Jones with that free kick. It was a golazo, bro. It was an actual goal. And Trinidad and Tobago had the same number of possession at home against US, 51-49%. Same number of passes, same number of shots on target. And Matt Turner wasn't even at his best. He was tested, and look, he didn't look good. Of course, yes, his questioning for Nottingham Forest at the bench is questionable. I don't know if they're still going to. I don't know if he'll play against for Nottingham Forest against Brighton, because they play Brighton on Saturday during the 3 p.m. blackouts, kickoffs basically. I don't know if Nottingham Forest are going to do anything. But yeah, but basically it's just the U. I don't know if this team is like fixed. You can blame Bullhalter, but here's the thing: do you have any plans to sack manager? It's like the same thing with United fans. Like, does it help? How is there a plan? Will it make it worse, or just not make anything better? Like, I just don't know. The the U.S. like I just don't know. And to be fair, even as an American, I don't know if the U.S. probably deserves to qualify. To be fair, probably should have gone to extra time. Trinidad and Tobago could have made it 4. It could have been 4 or 1. They probably could have gone extra time. Even though I think away goals count anyways. Maybe the goal was disallowed for the U.S. If they managed to save it from the header from Anthony, probably they probably been making it 3-0. And it probably maybe could have gone to extra time. Maybe that's what it could have done. It could have been worse for the U.S. But yeah, the USA, they're just not impressive. And now they're going to play Canada on the Repechape, of course. They're playing in Field 1 in Frisco. But Trinidad and Tobago could have tried. But but yeah, they'll move on to the Nations League semifinals. The USA was not impressive. And then let's go to Canada. Canada, despite many questionable, they beat Jamaica 2-1 away. And then guess what? They bottled it at home. Of course, there's been referee decisions. They lost 2-3 at home against Jamaica. They lost 2-3 at home against Jamaica. They bottled it at home. Jamaica win on away goals. Jamaica, Jamal Gray got sent off the 84 minute. They still managed to hold on. The referee, they did make some controversial decision. Maybe the red card was right, but was there a penalty? I don't know. Ryan Anderson and some Canadian fans, of course, are going to say no. But, like, the referee, he wasn't that great, to be fair. And it's not just that. Of course, yeah, and which means Jamaica will play the USA. Canada just lost. Of course, yeah, Canada did make some mistakes. Andre Blake did stand up to his ground. And he played so well. And Andre Blake will play well as Philadelphia play Cincinnati once we get back from the break. But Canada, I just don't know if they are. Canada, of course, since getting rid of John Hurtman, not getting rid of him. Well, since they left John Hurtman, I don't know what they're gonna do. They're just right now they're like in a financial disability, and I don't know if Canadian football will like find a way. Of course, not enough well trained. I don't know. The interim manager, of course, he will be under criticism, but I just John Herman. They thought they will try and get things right, but letting him go probably makes it more questionable, unquestionable. And it just I don't know what Canada will do. Canada didn't even play in September. They only had one game, and that was against Japan in the 4-1 dismantling. Yeah, it was basically the first game since the Gold Cup. Canada does have some serious questions. Canada have not played in a friendly since, even though they somehow managed to beat Canada, they somehow beat Japan away 2-1 in Dubai in the friendly last year before the World Cup. And now they just got dismantled 4-1. Probably been 5, should have been 5-1 for Japan, to be fair. Some people predict 3-0. But I need to talk about one game. I need to talk about one game. I want to talk about the Mexican national team. There was a controversial decision. Mexico versus Honduras. Okay. There was some controversy over there as well. They beat them 4-2 on penalties because they tied them on aggregate. And then let me say, Mexico, did they play well? No, they have not played well. They've been exposed against Honduras. In my thoughts, everyone just jinxed it. Everyone overrated Germany. And Germany, look, they haven't been great either. They lost 2-1. They lost 2-0 away against Austria. Sané got sent off. I know this is going off topic, but it does connect. They lost at home against Turkey 2-3. And the only reason why Germany beat the USA, that's because the US is because it's Berhalter, which means the US is exposed even more. Let's be fair. It doesn't even have to be Germany. Turkey, Austria, they probably would beat them too. And the USA is just exposed away. Of course, there are a lot of questions for the USA and Mexico. Do they even deserve to qualify? I don't know. And then there was controversies with the Jamaica goal back in the first leg, saying that they were trying to rob Canada. I know. It's kind of, it just, and then there was a penalty. There was supposed to be, they didn't give a penalty to Ukraine against Italy because they want Italy qualified. They want Mexico, same thing. They want Mexico qualified, all because of the money. I'm just hearing about this. And this is questionable. And let's be honest, Mexico, they didn't play that great. Okay, yes, they did have the goals from Luis Chavez. They gave them 11 minutes to equalize. 9 minutes. The goalkeeper did waste like 2 minutes. And Edson did fucking equalize for Mexico on aggregate. And then they went to extra time and didn't score. Honduras went down to 9 men. And they still managed to hold on to penalties. So maybe, I don't know if this is robbery or not. Because people are saying the same thing about Inter Miami versus Cincinnati. Cincinnati versus Inter Miami. Because remember, they equalized. They gave them to equalize. And then went into extra time. And then they won on penalties. And of course, this might have been a robbery, even though they lost the U.S. Open Cup. But yeah, there's just many questions being remain. I know I do have to go soon. I'm probably gonna have to make a part two if I can. But Mexico, they'll play against How are they playing the friendly in December? I don't know. They play against Panama in the semifinals of the Nations League. And we're here, fist up Thomas Christensen. Panama are just on fire. To be honest, the international break, the countries that deserve to win is Panama. That had a great international break is Japan, of course. Um, Panama, France, maybe, of course, as you know. And to be honest, I forgot to mention about Brazil and Argentina. I forgot to say this. Brazil are a disgrace, unfortunately. Argentina lost at home against Uruguay 2-0. And then they lose to Uruguay at home. And then they beat Brazil 1-0. After that violence and riots, apparently, from the police and fans. But yeah, they were just not impressive. But now, Mexico lost 2-0 away against Honduras, underestimating the opponent. And I thought Honduras was garbage, but I think they are trying to make things in the right directions. Um, but yeah, but Mexico, this is a wake up call because if you play that performance, you are not winning the nation. So you probably will get grouped like Copa America. Mexico really needs to wake up. They need to wake up. And there are a lot of questions to be asked. How, like, they need us, they have a lot of things they have to, speed up. And, you know, to get ready for the Nations League and Gold Cup, they have to. Even though, no wonder why I guess they're having this friendly against Colombia. I guess. But yeah, they need to wake up. And here's the thing: they didn't even have Alexin Vega, but everyone else is still crap. There's so much deadwood work in the making, and especially in this national team, they don't have Vega, who was even a disgrace for Chivas, and of course from and Chivas itself. But yeah, guys, it needs to be asked. It needs to be questionable. All these questions must be asked. It has to. Mexico seriously needs to wake up. They seriously needs to, you know, win. They have to. They have to. They have to. It's time. The referee, yeah, the referee, unfortunately, of course, in a lot of games were not even great, and unfortunately, it is ruining the beautiful game. And I'm worried because I'm going to see this more possibly this weekend. Who knows? Barcelona could rub Rayo Vallecano. I mean, they'll probably do that, and then maybe they'll be more controversial in the Premier League. Who knows? I just don't want anything to be ruined. The MLS playoffs, yes, I know. I'm just really disappointed, and it's no surprise about the same dominance. And unfortunately, back in the so-called Women's Champions League, Barcelona women still cannot lose a game. They still can't lose. And then there's just more questions. I just don't know. And the women's are still yet to go on international break. I'm just not convinced. I just really don't want the referee to fuck up any games. They don't. Early November has already been controversial. I just don't fucking know. But I gotta go at the same time. But just let me know. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, okay? Because I'm running out of ideas. I'm probably gonna do a review on Paramount Plus. I don't know. But it seriously has to be addressed. Not only this, that, but not only just the teams, but the VAR refereeing bullshit things. Anyways, I'll see you guys later.